Hey, it's Eric. Welcome back to more Horizon Forbidden West. We got a secret little errand here towards what I thought was going to be the end of the game. So we're going to talk to Moralo at Arrowhead. It's just like right down the street, but we're going to fast travel. Just to sort of speed up things here because this is supposed to be, I don't know if it's the last part, but for sure, I believe the last mission of the game, of the main story. So, here we are. We've kind of done everything we can at this point. Is it up here? No, it's...
Aloy of the Nora. You honor us with your presence. She who has found the wings of the Ten.
Literally.
No need for ceremony, Chaplain.
Very well. May I ask what brings you here?
Just checking up on Arrowhand.
The people here like having one of their own as commander. And Draka's been true to his word. Water rations have flowed steadily in.
That's good.
I'll keep watch here until he appoints a new leader.
Looks like it's in good hands then. I should get going.
May the Ten guide your way.
I can't believe this is 60 parts. I cannot believe that. Here we go.
You said something about rewarding me? You don't have to. Regala had to be stopped.
That battle was almost the end of me and my partner Sosek. During the fighting, I was surrounded by rebels just as I saw a machine about to strike him down. Then your bomb fell from the sky and he was saved. We all were. I can't properly repay you for what you did, but I can offer you something.
You really don't need to.
Honor is payment enough for any warrior, I know, but Greenshine will buy more blades. I discovered a cache of it inside a cave on a mountain to the southwest of here, right at the edge of the desert.
I already got it, didn't I?
It's guarded by machines, but if you can fly in and bomb them as you did in the battle, you can claim the Greenshine for yourself.
I might give it a try. Do you want me to bring some back to you?
No. It's for you, all of it. The least I can give you for saving Sosek's life. I only wish I could be there to see you swoop from the sky and claim it.
A cache of Greenshine could come in handy.
Is that not... What is happening here? Shining example. There's one... Oh, it's gather the energy shells and then drop it southwest. Isn't it... Wouldn't it be this one? Southwest? Am I tripping? I mean, we could try it. I don't know if it's gonna give us more if it's a cavern we've already completed. I kind of thought I did everything for it. Or maybe it's after you complete all of the, like all of them. Look, I got no traps, girl. After you like complete all of them, this is like the last one type of thing.
Time to pick up a bomb.
You know what I mean? I see it. I mean, the camera doesn't take up too much time, so this is good. Get some variety in the video, but it does make this video longer. Fly to the mountaintop. Where are we going? All the way over here? That's a little more west than I thought it was gonna be. I have been really loving this game though. Oh, hang on, I kind of need to fix my light. Don't mind me. There we go, that's better. Yeah, really loving it. I do have thoughts and opinions, you know. But I'm loving what I've been playing so far. I think it's a great game. I really do. I can't speak so much until we get to the last mission, especially with something like this, to where it's like everything always feels so different every time you play it. But yeah, and again, next we're gonna do the DLC after Burning Shores, and then Last of Us Part 1 at least. We'll see where that leaves us in terms of trying to do Part 2 before Season 2 comes out. I don't know. I have a feeling it's gonna be like way too fresh in my brain, and I'm gonna be comparing it to the game. But I mean, I've literally spent over like 250 hours in The Last of Us Part 2. For a game that I have so many issues with the story, it's kind of funny that I've spent so much time playing the game. The gameplay's awesome, you know what I mean? But we have thoughts and opinions, as probably every fan does, about the game. Up here? I mean, we're kind of right above it, right?
Machines. Must be the spot Morala told me about. This bomb should come in handy. Time to drop that bomb.
What?
Gotta finish off those machines and pick up that green shine.
I mean, what do we got here? Wide Maw, Apex Clamberjaw, Wide Maw, Long Leg. Okay, good variety. Good variety. Another Long Leg. What is that? Blowbass canister? Don't mind if I do. Uh-oh. Try not to get it. Nice. Where's everybody else running away? Alright, I think probably after you drop it, you're supposed to just like immediately attack them, and then I did not. There's so much of that stuff. That took up a lot. I mean, he's only 15, but... I can make one purge water trap. There we go. Uh-oh. Come over here, please. Wow. Alright, that'll do it. Told you those were powerful. Oh, God.
green shine.
Right. Didn't think, but you never know. Huh. Oh, there's a metal flower. I didn't even see it. Someone told me that they, what the
Gonna be
hell?
tough.
Oh no.
Better hit it before.
Wait, is this just regular one? It's an Apex. Ow. There we go.
Hope that's all the machines I have to deal with.
Me too. Alright. I didn't even get it.
Cash. I just need to get past those vines.
Yep. Well, you come up with dead wings every now and again, but not like very frequently. And you'd have to be very adamant about getting their fangs and everything that you need from them. Just a fragment and a
It was
slab.
nice of that Tanakh soldier to point me this way. I wasn't looking for thanks, but I'll take it.
Alright. Only thing left really is back to base, right? Right? Yes. I thought it was a sunken cavern, so that's why it kind of like threw me off. No, I want the fire pit because it spawns me over here anyways. But yeah, we're gonna dive into the last part of the mission. We took about 13 minutes to kind of do that.
Keep your eyes open out there, soldier.
So we have one more survey done we also have to turn in. I don't know, this is probably gonna be very long because it'll be main mission and then epilogue and credits and everything like that. But I kind of want it to end. Oh, it's like, what am I gonna do with my life? This is part 60. That means for at least 2 months we've been doing this. And I've been doing it for over because I have not uploaded every single day. Because I checked, it was like November something, like November 5th or something. We started the series of last year, and it's taken us. It's been a journey, but I think it's been a good one.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Oh,
Got it.
that's like the
Thanks.
worst place to put silence.
Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base.
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
Did he get a new outfit?
Right now, I need your help.
Don't worry, me too. Look at
So
us.
I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance.
Aloy is gonna have me
Understood.
happen.
Very well.
Maybe not this time, but
Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's,
uh-oh.
coming to you.
Silence and Tilda in the
Thanks.
same room? That's
Good
crazy.
timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
Yo, Silence took a step back.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
I thought that's a lot of tension there. Aloy looks worried.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that it's not a battle I am going to win.
Yeah, that's somebody in the comments said that they helped Regala and that she ended up helping in the end too. So here's the thing. My track record, specifically with this franchise, probably other ones, I don't know. We did play Detroit Become Human. So that decision is that's like a completely decision-based game. But every opportunity I've had to either spare someone or murder them, I have chosen the latter. So I don't know what that says about me, but that's what we know. I don't think it says good things about me. Can we go into...
Aloy, you think we can talk?
Yeah, I got some things to do.
Aloy, you flew? Kotalo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, and I wanted to give you this.
Oh.
For helping me get the data on Leviathan. I didn't really know what to give you, so I asked Zoe what you might like.
Thanks, Alva. I'll put it to good use.
That's sweet.
I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that.
Aloy. And you think I was bad for probably what I was saying about Silence. Like, me and Aloy just on the same page.
You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths or just scared of her.
Both, probably?
Probably both.
Oh, there we go.
Have you looked through the data we recovered on Leviathan?
There is much to sort through still, but I believe we'll be able to get it operational and turn back the floods. And I've given more thought to everything we've uncovered about the ancestors. The Overseers would have us believe they were infallible paragons. But Pharaoh wasn't. Not even close. His greed led to machines that devoured the world. The archive of the Old One's knowledge destroyed, just to erase his mistakes. So, when we learned that Eileen had a hand in covering up hundreds of deaths, I started to think they were all the same. Selfish, egotistical, cruel. But, in the end, it's not that simple. The truth isn't a straight line of ink on a crisp scroll. It's a splatter, smudged, and faded on stained parchment. I wish more Quen could see that, instead of looking the other way, or twisting the truth to serve their own schemes.
I doubt Bohai would agree with you.
No, nor the rest of the Board of Overseers. As Eileen said, it's easier to believe the lie is truth, but it's worth fighting for. And this diviner, at least, won't settle for anything less. For that, I thank you, Aloy.
Oh. All right.
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
Okay. Is there... Ooh! A gold ingot. Oh, look. We got good ones. Let me see if we can do any sort of, like, upgrades to anything. We have this. Probably need to upgrade it severely. It is a legendary weapon, but it seems pretty low in terms of the statistics for it. Because where's another? Do I even have another one, or did I sell it? Like I sold my soul to... Well, it's a little higher. I was going to say, like, I sold my soul to, whatchamacallit? Oh, yeah, and then we got all those ones. Okay, so let me throw those, This is a shotgun that I'm using? I don't have a shotgun, no. I had... Where's my... Yeah, this. I'm going to throw this. Because we use this one heavily in terms of blast and explosion. This is really... Okay. I guess I do instant acid and instant fire. Because it's pretty much the weapon that I have that does that I have equipped. And then what was the other one? Frost? Where's my frostbow at? Oh, it's literally also this one too. Don't mind the damage, okay? We're just going for instant carnage, okay? This is the current outfit I have. The thing with the legendary outfits is they don't really allow weaves. So even if I did want... Like, see, and I have to have these other ones to have these defenses because sometimes they don't all have the defenses. You know what I mean? Like this one has plus all 3% of the defensive. Utara Protector. What did... I don't know what she gave us. Was it a weapon that I didn't realize that we got? I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what she gave us. What other thing do we have? Plasma blast chance. Yes. Where's my plasma? There we go. Oh no, equip that joint. Okay, edit coil. Instant plasma. There we go. The statistics about to go crazy on that one. Don't believe I have enough for an override.
Need something?
Silence, mind your business. We don't have enough for anything. I'm stuck. Let's see, what do we have here? Just this one? Let's go ahead and do it. Why not? No outfit upgrade. I don't got enough shards, is probably what it is. Honestly. Wings of the 10. I need 5 Deadwing Metal Fangs to upgrade that? That's crazy. This one, Apex Stalker Heart. Okay. 600 shards. This one. Like, if there's anything where I just need shards, that's, like, one thing. But then, like, there's also something where we have to fully upgrade, an outfit. See, look at all these metal fangs. Tighter per tail fit. Item aware. Frostclaw. Da-da-da-da. There's, like, a trophy for upgrading 3 outfits fully. And so I may just, ooh. Is this one that we can... Look, I just need shards for that one. I could totally do the North Marshall one and get my little trophy. Okay, say we're good there. Gotta talk to Varl and Zoe.
Aloy,
Or not Varl.
you came back.
Oh, I
with
said
some
his name.
interesting
Aaron and Zoe.
friends.
Wish I could say we don't need them. But Silence and Tilda are here for a reason.
Saddle over.
Yeah. Enemy of my enemy and all that, right?
Yep.
Right.
Oh, before I forget. Here. Something to commemorate our mission. We did good together.
We
Yeah.
did.
We did.
Alright, now I need to pay attention to what he gave me.
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my bulks trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
You, talked to Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Let's hope.
See, Aloy's even having doubts about her. It's not just me. I'm not the crazy one in this situation.
I better get going.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Okay, let's talk to Zoe. Oh, Katalo's here. Yay.
Aloy, it appears that we have some interesting new guests. I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard you gave the Tanakh something to talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Aaron and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Wow, such
Charming,
a
isn't he?
silencing to say.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
Aaron told us how you tracked down the Oseram supplying Regala with machines. In fact, he's quite adamant about relating the tale at least twice a day.
I didn't check what he gave me. Damn
But
it.
I can tell it meant a lot that you asked for his help.
I wouldn't have been able to track them down if it wasn't for him. Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different.
Okay, I had a phone call right there from my friend. I'm a little busy right now. But I was afraid he was gonna stop my audio recording.
I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Aaron doesn't punch Silence in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks.
I could talk to her later. Katalo. He was over here, wasn't he? No, that's... What is this?
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
I would
haven't
assume
seen you
so.
since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Oh?
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes, only more persistent.
Did Aaron tell you we found the people who gave Regala's rebels the power to override machines?
He told me of the battle. I suggested he etch this victory on his fighting arm with one of our Inkers.
Is he going to do it?
He didn't say no.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just
yeah.
make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say, you have more than earned my trust.
Okay, sorry. Zenith.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me.
I like that we're being cautious, Aloy.
I bet people are curious.
Oh,
None
oops,
more
wrong
than
one.
our
I hit the
Quen
wrong one.
ouch. I get hoping.
Good.
There we go.
Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky.
They would
For us,
lose their mind to talk about
To
Maverick.
imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess.
I still
It is
lose
why
my
the
mind.
challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
That's the most excited I've ever seen him.
I have to go. But I'll...
Understood.
All right. Let me just see my inventory if there's like anything new that popped up because I don't know. Could have been a resource? I don't know. I don't know what they gave me. I wasn't paying attention again. Okay, assemble your companions. Is like Tilda somewhere? That's my joy. Oh, she is.
There you are.
If they don't have a dialogue pop up, we're there. Okay, let's get this ball rolling.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that?
Yeah, let me just... I got one last one to do. I'm sad, guy. I won't be able to say your line.
There we go. All drones are reconnected to the dome now.
Hey, we're done. Wow, I like this one a lot. All right, let's go.
All right, people. I need you up in the control room right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest.
Ah.
I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control.
Do I?
You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in.
I don't remember recruiting an army.
Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood?
This how he rolls his eyes at me? My boy. We go back, way back. Should not be having
You two?
attitude with me.
A minute?
Huh? Why just them two?
Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate this.
Why didn't Tilda tell us that?
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
I'm glad we've learned. I'm so happy
Keep
we've
her
learned
safe. Okay?
On my life.
All right, secret mission. Kind of looks like a skull, almost on its side. Okay. We get to talk to everybody again. Oh my god. You know I'm gonna do it. You know I love the dialogue.
We need to get Silence weapon to the Zenith.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals from the stars. I can hear the drinking songs already.
Oh, Aaron.
Varl made the right call. You know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. And how you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
Do I do that now?
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. You just saved my butt a couple of times now. It wouldn't feel right to leave it behind.
Oh, he's like so
besides,
tough like I am.
No, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look.
I guess we talked to Aaron now.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
Awkward. Don't you blush, Aloy.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
Pretty good little story. I like that. I want to have that because I don't know what's going to happen
You were
when we
right.
go there.
That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point. With my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least
Yeah.
now you don't have to do it alone.
Oh.
Thanks. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And
That's
that ale
good.
he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
Yeah. What
You
a
know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him in Gaia's dome. He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
Me too.
I know.
All right. That was very
go.
sweet of him to do.
I'll let you
That's
know
very
when I'm
cute.
ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch.
Oh, that's...
For the both of us.
That's...
So,
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come
That's a
back
little
home,
intense.
okay?
That's a little intense right there. That kind of got my heart, like, feeling things. Wow. All right.
You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Olva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
What?
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
I don't like Aloy back in the day.
Who's
A
this
little bit, you know?
Federa you mentioned?
She is another diviner.
Is she your
One of
girlfriend?
our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the
Is it just
expedition.
besties, or...?
She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Oh, look at Aloy with
I
compliments.
don't know about that.
I do.
Oh, Aloy. Okay, Aloy.
The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected. But you'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
Anything?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
All right. Katalo?
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Katalo. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my
I have
move.
to do all this before.
Thank
This
you.
isn't even gonna be like the last part. Oh my god.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened.
I was
Gemini.
hoping.
There was nothing more to say. If he were Tenakth, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial at the Grove, among the most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the Ten. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored. Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
Hey, we've done it twice.
Let you down.
I know you will not.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
Do I really gotta go back to the Trevortest site? Girl, I'm trying to... I don't know, it was the last part of our series.
Welcome back, Aloy. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
Oh, okay then. That adds a lot of context.
So helping me. Restoring Elizabeth's dream. It's what?
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more.
What could she have done?
So when I saw you...
We can talk... Do we gotta talk about it?
who
What
has
should she have done?
carved her own remarkable path. Beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon. I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
I don't trust her. Oh my gosh, there's so much dialogue.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Do I care to... I've just done dialogue for every single person of every single interaction I've ever had, so I feel mostly obligated to go through her dialogue, but...
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
The more I hear her talk, the less I trust her.
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Okay.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She
That's a lot of
was
time to
brilliant,
think.
Visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab.
Oh, in the proving lab.
After Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
I don't remember.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who I truly am.
I don't remember. I trust Ayla, though.
What else can we expect to find in the Zenith base?
As I mentioned in the briefing, our goal will be the command center. That's where Beta and Gaia are being held. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
Did we?
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit.
Why don't I remember this?
After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Okay.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
How does the colony just collapse, though? Oh, Jesus.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company.
Of course he was.
A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
All right, I need to start a new recording. Give me a second.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Farzineth.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones.
Oh,
When we established our
funny that
colony,
they're not
we
here
built
anymore.
An exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth.
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
They're not talking about what happened to the colony, though.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her
Seems
father
like
had
it.
achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry.
Ah,
At age 24, she became
The
the
Paris
world's
Hilton
most
of them all.
eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
influencer.
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao
What?
about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements.
The one who was at
But then there
the
were others
data
like
centers?
Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Yeah. So some of the people that were doing the hollow tours that we... Not the hollow
I'll
tours,
let you
but
know when it's
the
time.
I'll be here until then.
the tour
And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance.
turned into
My
Zeniths?
past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
Still suspicious. Alright. Maybe we talk to, like, Silence?
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I could do yours if you want.
I cleaned it already.
So, bravo. You managed to sway
Me?
a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation.
Look how well that worked
At
out
the
for you.
Hades Proving Lab.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Except to a Sarah. How did you get a Sarah to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Durval, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Durval had failed.
So you promised her Regala and the Tenakth. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army and wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zenith at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today.
A lot of exposition. We're almost done.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with Akarja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes. Exceedingly so.
Yeah, probably.
All Regala craved was war against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
All right,
Oh,
Silence.
I wasn't done.
I've
The
talked to
Quen.
you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally.
Oh, what is he gonna
I
tell me?
wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling. You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Wait, there's one more. I want to talk to him one more time.
Something else?
A lot of attitude.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
You didn't know that?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them, I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
You know what? I might as well let him. Just a little bit.
Going?
As you wish.
Okay. I think we are done with all the optional dialogue.
We've never played machines.
Emphasis on the optional that I would just force myself to experience. Oh, now we're like over an hour into the video, and where are we? Okay. Let's go ahead and head out then. It did say that Cthulhu wanted to go back to the Tremortus site. I don't... To test his arm one more time? I would like to do that, but I don't think that's anything... Like, he wanted to go, like, on his own, right? Where exactly was it? Because there's a bulwark. It was, like, over there. We could try and fast travel, see what that gives us, if that does anything for us. I doubt it will. But, yeah. I don't think we'll meet him there. Doesn't hurt to try. I mean, what's making this video longer gonna do for us? It was over here. Maybe it wasn't over here. No, I'm going the wrong way. Of course I am. Maybe he meant he wanted to do it on his own? Huh? I would imagine it is him doing it on his own. Or what is going over here?
I'd use frosting against it.
Is this Fangport's fighting? It just Skyclan. Alright. I don't think it necessarily involves us. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Okay. Ooh, fashion. Oh, look at us over here. We already got all those. Should we try and see what, like, is at our house? I'm curious. I really am. I don't want just, like, I think in the last, like, one of the earlier videos I did was just a full kind of dialogue piece, which, like, I don't necessarily want to do that again. So that's why I kind of am trying to include other stuff than also the main mission as well. It was like when we were talking to Hades, right? Is when that thing was happening, yeah. About like wait, is it down? I mean, it's in her house. Hang on. Can I even get in there? Maybe it's not something I can discover yet. I mean, I can get in this way.
Looks like there's more to this place. I'm sure Tilda won't mind me poking around. But how to get through these vines?
I'm looking. Oh, look at that. Cyber attack by far-right anti-migrant group Purity Action Europe reversed key instructions to the city's new storm surge barriers, rendering them fully open during a massive extratropical cyclone. The flood cascaded through the city in the matter of minutes, effectively wiping it from the face of the earth. I was one of the lucky ones, recalled survivor Tilda Vandermeer, who was 8 at the time of the attack. My family was wealthy. We had a watertight valve for some of our most precious belongings. My father locked me inside when he went to look for my mother, so I waited there in silence. As the water rose, praying every moment that my parents would return, they never did. As horrible as that sounds, Tilda was lucky indeed. In addition to her parents, the flood killed more than 100,000 people, including approximately 40,000 climate refugees from... Wow, okay, that definitely makes sense why she's, like, the way she is. Okay, there's a metal flower over there. Wait. We can jump on that. Oh, look, we can go up right here. Where's it at? Am I blind? Okay, it's down below. How do we... How do we even get there? Huh. Although making it to the next big thing, a much ballyhooed acquisition from an art historian turned technologics, no less, bleeding edge science, a great narrative to boot. The application was called YCITT after young Christ in the Temple, a well-known Vermeer forgery. By creating perfect holographic scans of individual layers of painting and comparing them to a vast library of artistic work, it was able to identify fakes with an unprecedented level of accuracy. But it was so clear to Sterling executives that the program's ability to match and identify patterns had a broad applications outside of the art world as a tool for security, counter-surveillance, or digital authentication. It would prove just as revolutionary as it had in its intended role, which is why they were willing to do a 9-figure agreement for it. Blasting news of the deal for every outlet in the tech media. 2 years later, the project collapsed in a chaotic jumble of lawsuits, recriminations, and accusations of sabotage. So what went wrong? Who's responsible? And most importantly, what happened to the underlying technology, which by all accounts were far more powerful than the vapor weapon label applied by disgraced executives? Interesting.
Let's start for the stash.
Doesn't seem like she's very much who she says she is. All right. Yes, how do we get over there? Uh-oh. Let's try a friend. Oh, I see now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Aloy? Aloy? This may be slightly more successful. It was not. I was wondering, I'm like, it has to be like roof access.
This will break my fall.
There we go. Scared me, Aloy. All that just for that? Alright guys, we did all that just for that. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, time to go to Le Rendezvous Point, it looks like. I mean, we could fly over. No. I'm just like, nah. Let's not. Okay, that's the closest we can get. Let's do this. I mean, this whole part is still building up to this, so... We're still doing the main mission. We just did a lot of heavy-ass dialogue. This part's gonna be like 3 hours. And it's raining! Well, there's the forest over here. That's good for us, right? It's very moody in the rain. Alright, here we are, guys.
There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base.
I've done everything I literally can. No way back!
I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy.
Whatever happens here,
We're on our way.
it's the end.
Aloy,
Where are the others?
not far behind.
So, Alva silence.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Egghead.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
Let's do this. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm hyped. It took us an hour and a half to get to this point of the video, but we are here. We are thorough. What the fuck?
A tunnel.
She could just do that?
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others.
She got magic or some shit.
Shall
What the
we?
fuck?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
Oh. Am I even gonna travel through it?
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be specters guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Kotallo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important.
None your business.
Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only.
Aloy.
We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm nervous a little. I got my boy Aaron with me.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
No point using fire against that.
Well, it says that you gave me frost.
Grab it if you need it. Bottoms up.
Where's my frost?
Shatter that machine.
I didn't even reload all my weapons. What am I doing?
Oh, they felt that one.
Oh, ow.
That's the weak spot. Ah. Who's next?
Where did it go? There we go.
Take a shot. Let me to handle this, Aloy. They work.
Machine can't move. I could grapple in for a big hit.
I think we got it.
There we go.
I think you're right.
Taking
Find anything?
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we going?
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on
Uh-oh.
the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
Got me feeling like Tomb Raider again, exploring some caves. I would love to play the Tomb Raider trilogy for my channel. I played 2 of the games.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many
I'm
when
not
we
really
landed
built for
here.
climbing.
Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
No respecter.
Sneak or fight? You choose.
Acid will do a lot of damage.
Where's my acid traps? Can I make a couple of those? Yeah, this is what I want. Does he have a path? I hope 3's enough.
This'll help.
Do not run into those. Look at over there, there's not a flower. Just go back to your business as usual. Nice!
Don't get that stuff on you.
Damn, ammo's out.
I really can't throw a spike. Throw it when I'm perched.
I guess.
Better than any Oseram.
Any good loot?
A little.
What even is that? Metal flower!
Tired yet?
Yep.
Might as well. When am I gonna get back here? Unless it's like my new home. Did you hear Aaron clear those weeds?
With who?
Hey, just here. It's not beer.
We can take this one, Aloy. Keep moving.
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate Stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead one's handy enough.
Can I get back up?
You down there?
I'm okay. I'll climb back up.
God damn it.
Where'd you go?
Just need to climb back up.
Really, there's not a way closer to climb. Fine. There's also a bunch of like new game plus gear you can get, which I think is pretty dope, but I don't like, again, I feel like very much down the road is when I would be wanting to do that. No, if I glide over there, it's gonna be bad. Aloy, Aloy. Like, I don't plan on showcasing my... I never really showcase my new game pluses. Maybe just like a little bit when it's like at the end of the video, but other than that, no. Alright. Wasting precious time here. There we go.
Hey, you remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of the whole world.
Oh yeah. Good times.
Alright, we got more here.
We're expecting. I'll attack when you...
Oh, he's right here. This is gonna hurt. Uh-oh.
It's not gonna back down.
Let's get into this.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
I mean, whatever that did, it worked. Oh, is it adhesive? What? Oh, Aaron's down. Damn it.
I need some help here.
Yeah, I can see that. It's fine. He'll get back up.
This is coming with me.
Damn it. Oh, don't fall off the edge, Aloy. Oh, look, I can climb up right here. Thank God. I just don't like going to the abyss and die.
I guess we're not going for stealth, Faith. Oh, look at that thing fizzing away. Time to turn your lights out.
Okay now, okay now, okay now.
Get the fuse in your eye. That's all right, I got this. Whoa! It's gotta explode. That happens sometimes they hit it with plasma.
Jesus. Let me get out of the damn tree.
I think that's all of them.
Oh.
At least.
What's next?
Let's push on.
What do you get?
Just some parts. Here, up this rock.
A port rock. Like this way?
We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
Well, I'm trying not to complain.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You all right?
Sort of.
How did he get here so fast?
Aloy, Alma and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
All right. Literally could not do
That's
anything.
for sure.
That one looks different. No, it says it's effective.
Looks like the others have things under control.
Here when you want it. Live long, Julie around. And then that's the quick way to take it down.
I've grown to like the Blastly a lot.
Come on.
Uh-oh.
Up the slab.
Level 59! Let's go. Did you see he like jumped? He like floated over.
Alpha and Kotallo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Holy
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on, come on.
Whoa.
What is that?
The spike? The machines?
Our army.
We got an army of these guys? Oh, she's making
I
that.
think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
Now we can crank out machines to its heart's content.
Wow. Clever. Little did they know we just unleashed Godzilla. Like 7 of them.
Come on. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
That's kind of cool. I mean, it's very cool.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Oh no, no, Silas is getting ideas. No.
In case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
Aaron?
What is it?
We had to do all this climbing.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
I took all of its things? Oh my god. See, this one is a fire one. There we go. It's not nearby.
How about just leave it here?
Spot it.
Come over here, please.
I think they can handle it.
Where did the machine? What did this? Are they really that? Aaron, bring them over here. Thank you.
I can keep going.
I think that did more damage to me than that. Instead of makes them strong. Just how strong. Or they're pretty resistant to it, actually. Into the water we go. It only takes forever to reload. What's the double notch brace shot?
Get clear of the blast.
Uh-oh. No, it worked.
Okay,
I feel like acid works the best, honestly. Maybe set up a few of those. Nice. Can you let me do my critical strike? Knock yourself out.
Good job I stashed huh?
Really now?
Oh, they felt that
Did I take down both of them or just one? Alright, let me get a damn cleanse potion.
This way.
Ah!
Big jump. To the right, I think.
I should get over here.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one?
Alright.
Hey, it's not beer, but it'll do. Ah! You need some ammo?
Mine.
Where'd it go? Ow. I'm probably not the best thing to use.
Let's get that.
Aaron, let him come over here.
Love this map.
Good work, everyone.
There we go.
Let's go.
I need his gubbins. Okay, I know I have so many coils and weaves. What? Ah, my bad. I don't know where I'm going. See, someone's beat me here to it.
Whoa. Look at all this Zenith space stuff.
Oh wow. Oh, this is
This place
oh.
is gonna
Oh my
come
god, I
down
feel like
around
I'm
our
walking
ears.
into like an alien, like a xenomorph facility
Guy
thing.
doesn't have to carry.
And I feel like I'm in Halo or something. Ew, it's all like white and liquidy balls. What's this blue stuff? Why are they giving me stuff I can sell? I need stuff I can use.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep it.
Damn it. I didn't mean to cut off the dialogue. I'm trying to go. This is the longest part probably I've ever done. What the fuck? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them?
Ah, now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence? Kind of now.
Zenith's inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless. You can't hurt us. Face it.
Is it? Is
you're
that was that like
worms
Stephen
that
Chen
ooze through
and
the cracks
Ji Lee?
into our basement.
Silence.
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing.
Oh, look, he did nothing to it.
Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up!
Oh. Okay, silence. Small but mighty.
Are we supposed to be scared?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's a dead. I'm scared. Shit, dude. Oh, look at the two run away.
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch.
Where the fuck
then
is
he'll
he
be
gonna
able to
go?
take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I fail to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
We got no choice. That was kind of dope. That's a dope shot. That's like an action movie, Avengers level type shot. Oh, why don't you get to do it myself? Bruh. I wanted to do it myself. It's epic. I got my eyes watering.
Secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
When I get very overwhelmed, my eyes water. Oh, it's happening. All right, here we go.
I gotta get to the top of the tower.
Into the thick of
and
it.
free Beta.
Aloy, time machine fell.
Oh shit.
Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network.
Just do the best you can.
Oh, Xenotech. What?
Okay, an elevator. Promising.
Ha! Do I gotta fight him now? Down, bitch!
You got some unfinished business, little girl.
Little girl? Excuse me, merman. Or is he Barnacle Boy? The other guy's merman. He's Barnacle Boy. Ow.
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
All right. The end of your ring has taught me so many things.
Can't let him catch me.
I don't got any berries. God. It's gonna take forever to take out, dude. I don't got any damn berries.
I'm taking you down.
There we go.
I got a smell.
Scream, will you?
Ow. Uh-oh. Where's my large health potions? Where's my large health potions? Small health potion, no. Come on, Aloy. Come on, Aloy. Take it, take it, take it, take it!
Not much without your shield, are ya?
What the fuck does he got? Jesus Christ, I'm trying! I don't, okay. We need help. Okay, what do you got for me? Ranged Master. Oh, this is what I have? I do have power shots? I thought I had Radio Blast.
Yeah!
Oh, that worked. What the fuck? That worked? Wait, Zoe.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right?
Did he even bleed? Redemption.
You okay? I will be.
We love that. Okay, I need to start new recording again. We're starting on
Rescue your sister.
over 2 hours.
I'll regroup with the others and make sure they.
She called her my sister. Oh, that's gonna make me cry. I need to start new recording. Okay, I might need overshield or something. Toughened overshield. Let me get this one equipped. I did have the radio blast worked so well though. Did you not see that? That was insane. I didn't think that was gonna work. Maybe we do need radio blast. Find out, but I don't got like any health, so let me make sure I'm somewhere where there's a large health potion just ready to go. Oh look, there could have been more if I would have explored, but it's fine.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there.
What?
I have to go. I almost have.
Aloy, can you go up? Can't believe this part's gonna be like 4 hours, dude. Ah!
Aaron, is everyone all right down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few specters.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know.
Oh, you schemy, slimy.
The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis.
Oh.
Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out.
What the fuck is Nemesis? Is that like third game type enemy? Or like what the fuck is Nemesis? Is it like evil Gaia? Like what do you... like... Like what? Is it like if Hades takes over? Like I don't know what Nemesis is. Did Hades mention something when we were talking in our conversation about Nemesis? Did he? I don't remember. I might be gaslighting myself. I might be gaslighting myself. Or am I?
This is it. End of the line.
Let me in! Omega clearance. What the fuck?
Are you okay?
It's like the top of the
Look,
Ted
I know
Farrell
you've been through
research.
a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files. Anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there.
Like, I don't know if you remember in the last game, there was like the top of like Ted Pharaoh's tower where he worked.
The base.
It looks very similar.
I should be able to take advantage of. Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth.
What? What?
Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them.
What the fuck are we supposed to do?
Astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius.
Nemesis, yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
Holy shit balls. She wants to kill him so she can take the ship for herself. Tilda, you scheming bitch. I never trusted you.
I see you've been busy.
Yeah, a little. Sorry. I double checked that I was recording.
Nemesis. What is it?
It is us. The minds of Farzina.
Oh, you guys fucked
or
it up.
failed copies of them, anyway.
They fucked it up. Of course they
Back on
fucked it up.
Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical.
What?
Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment.
Oh, would you look at that?
It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us.
Good.
Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Oh.
Finally, you understand.
Well,
and when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia. So you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together.
She's missing a big chunk.
Monstrosity could never find us.
Of.
What? No.
She's missing some.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted.
Oh, this is getting weird. Years. This is getting weird.
Now she stands before me again.
Bitch, I'm not her.
Not some inferior copy. But her best possible self.
Excuse me, what?
So I'm not asking. You're coming with me.
Bitch.
It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force
Aloy?
me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
What the fuck is a Spectre Prime?
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't
against the lightning.
I better scan that thing first.
Uh-oh. Hey. Trap.
Oh!
Elizabeth saw hope and rebirth. We can deliver that.
Yo,
together.
she looks like a Gundam. I mean, that did decent damage. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I would have been conserving some damn ammo if I would have known. Damn it, I can't make anything more.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
Talk about final boss mode, dude.
I can target its gold plating.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
Yeah, freaking apparently. Can I call a Thunderjaw? Is there a phone a friend option?
There.
Target active!
Alright. Almost halfway there.
Fight on, and you will lose!
I'm out. I got those gold plates.
Gold plates, okay. Owie.
Hit her! End this!
Get the damn blast link. What the fuck is happening? Oh, okay.
I am the only way you get to live, Aloy!
Let me decide that shit. Fuck me! No, I died. I was so close. No.
Ha! Those gold plates are vulnerable.
I can endure. You cannot.
Okay, I think we're there, guys. Oh no, we're out of ammo.
There! Got its armor! A few more hits.
There we go. Damn. What is around me?
It's over. Oh, just let me choose.
Oh, Aloy. There ain't no way she survived. That was crazy. That was like, I never thought it would reach like that.
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
Oh, bitch, you
So
knew?
you've known all along.
Oh!
From Hades, yes.
Say all silence.
Along with data on how to
But
circumvent
I
the
feel like when
Zenith's
we had
shields.
the conversation with Hades,
Everything I did to create the
told
Rebel
us.
army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition.
Yes.
The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind.
Oh, okay,
To
silence.
seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities.
Good luck finding life on
You
another
can join me
planet.
if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life. You'd be saving a seed for a new world.
It wasn't
Just as
about a
Elizabeth
different
did.
world.
It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in
On
your place,
Earth.
she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the 10.
Goodbye, Silence.
Elizabeth, what not? He don't know my girl. Okay. Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy,
Oh, my sister.
you did it.
Oh, a hug. That's the one thing Silence will never have right there. And he knows it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
Huh? Huh?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
There he goes again, being the same old Silence we know. Of course he's staying.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
So where's Gaia and
I hope it's really over this time.
the sub functions? It's now I have to tell them about Nemesis. Like, do I tell him now, break the bad news? Or do we just have a little moment together while we wait for the inevitable? That got weird. I was not
There's another
expecting that.
battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought.
My parents! Oh, we're putting her in the base. Gaia, I missed you!
It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world.
No. Oh, here I go, gonna cry again. Existential crisis time.
We have.
I have a
Friends
fucking,
new
I have a
mission.
theory.
Just spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the
Regala?
strength to fight any battle.
Or someone else, maybe? I don't know.
The ingenuity to solve any problem.
Oh, fireworks!
Courage to overcome any obstacle.
Ugh, makes me cry.
And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before.
The whole damn planet? Oh my god.
Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
She's missing too, though. Obviously Hades. I don't know who else. Apollo, maybe? No, it doesn't. So does she have Apollo? Oh shit! Look at that. Gorilla. Oh, okay. I was like, what's happening here? This is a sick way to do the credits. Look at this. Where am I? Alright. We have thoughts. We have thoughts. Ugh, I didn't know Tilda was like that. Psycho lady. I didn't, like, you knew something that was up with her, but, like, how far did you know? You know what I mean? Are we going through the whole damn map? This is dope. I loved it, though. I didn't think that's where we're gonna go. It has me crying at the end, because, like, at the end of Zero Dawn, or, like, through the entire, like, I don't know, last third of the game, I was in existential crisis mode. So, I was, like, crying every video. I cried when I saw Gaia. And so, in, like, this game, it's very much, like, just all the humanity that you can see at the end of it, and just that, I don't know, that just, like, fight, you know? To come together, to, share with everybody, to the fact that they want to come together, you know? And just everything, you know? Like the whole thing there at the end, just all of them from all different tribes, just all coming together for one thing, and now they can go off to all the other tribes in the land. You got Tanath, you got Karja, you got Zoe, you can do the Utaru, you have Alba with the Quen, so that way in like the next game, they can all come together and fight Nemesis. I do have a theory though. I have a theory about the next game. Does Nemesis just become Hades? Because for Gaia to function, even Elizabeth said, it's loud music. Hades was kind of very much necessary in the terms of all, like, the functions. Think of it as, like, Inside Out. Which is random, but, like, Inside Out, when you have, like, all the emotions, you need every single one to balance it out. Like, it can't always just be all, like, the good, you know what I mean? You kind of also have to have Hades in the mix in some capacity. There's 2 sub-functions missing, so, I don't remember exactly what they were, but for sure I believe that's one of them, and then Aloy just destroyed him in the beginning of the game, and I was like, I don't know if we should be doing that. I don't know, because Nemesis woke him up, so they have like a little connection there, but that's sort of what I think might happen. I don't know. If Nemesis has the ability to restart those big boys in the next game, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it, but I think that was really great. It really was just like a really good ending for like the entirety of the game. That's why I kind of wanted to wait until we experienced the full thing to sort of have like my final thoughts. And I loved it. I think it's a great game because in the last game, that was much more, and the DLC, the last DLC, well, no, not the last DLC, the last game, I was much more invested with what was happening with the old world stuff and discovering what Zero Dawn was and Elizabeth and that whole thing. I was much more interested in that than I was like the Karja and the Nara and the who else was it? The Osram? Yes, because they're all different. So like that kind of like took not necessarily like a back seat, but I still found it cool. The world was dope, but I didn't necessarily always like have as much care as I did for that than what I did with the kind of discovering the old world stuff. Man, we're doing barrel rolls like crazy. And so like for me, that's what worked in the last game, and it was just like this like kind of perfect balance of kind of these two concepts of just like this world we are existing in, and then the world 1,000 years ago, and the discovery of that, and the technology, and discovering Gaia and the sub-functions, and learning about all the people who were responsible for creating each sub-function that I found very interesting, in these relationships and all the past, you know what I mean? Like I was so much more invested in that, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know, I just found it to be cool, you know what I mean? Like, I just personally leaned a lot more heavily towards that than everything else that was happening. Like, I thought the Hades stuff was kind of cool there at the end, you know what I mean? And fighting the Corruptors, and like, when you first fight them, and kind of like a little bit of those battles, you know what I mean? I thought they were dope. This is crazy, we're going through the whole map. Does this unlock the whole map for me, please? But yeah, definitely that's where I lean for like the last game, versus here once it started kind of like introducing us to the Tanath. I was like, oh my god, I'm so much more invested into all the different tribes and all this different world that's here, because you don't really have what the last game had in terms of like that old world discovery type of stuff. So kind of like, because it's so absent of that, it's like, how do you sort of replace and fulfill it? Because it's not met with the Zenith stuff. There's not like a lot of Zenith sort of stuff happening in the game, you know what I mean? There is, but it's like, it's not really the discovery about them, who they were, what they did. It was just sort of thrown at the end here. Not like thrown at the end, but it was put at the end here of the game. This is like the coolest idea I've ever seen for credits ever. Like, I'm just used to scrolls, you know what I mean? Which I'm good with the scroll, you know what I mean? But just running through the world on the back of a Sunwing with Aloy just riding through, this is like legit so sick. But yeah, so like that's what like, and I got so much more kind of invested in what the Tanath were doing, what the Oseram Delvers were doing. Like everything felt just so like, I don't know, like I found a lot more investment into that whole side of it and the discovery of it. The quite a little less, because I'm just like, they're kind of weird. But like I love Alva now. She wasn't weird to me again after she saved us from what's his face, the CO, which that guy was a thank God was all we'll say. Or good riddance, I don't know, is that a good thing to say? Is that a nice, it's fiction, it's not real, who cares? But I mean, we do care because it's story, and story just is able to show us so much, you know what I mean? Even through this, like, it's much more bigger existential questions, you know what I mean? Because it's like in the first game, it's like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily the burden of knowledge, but it kind of is. And then it's also kind of just like, what would you do if, in that sort of scenario of like Zero Dawn, is that what is best for humanity? Yeah, it was. Like, well, I mean, there was literally no other option in there. It's let them all take over. We all go to, like, we could have done what the Zeniths did, you know what I mean? But obviously we saw how that worked out. So, like, truly, what was just, like, the best, and the discovery of that, and just, like, the weight of having to do that, and knowing, like, our world is going to come to an end, but we are building up a foundation for the future of this planet, you know what I mean? And all that was very much heavy on my mind. If you watch my playthrough of that, you kind of know where I was going with that. But yeah, and then here I go crying about it because I'm having another existential crisis. But in this one, it's like we're having to save the world now, because there's the sort of functions weren't functioning, and these things were happening, and then it can all be fixed if we kind of put everybody together and we get the sub functions going, you know what I mean? So it was just kind of like about saving people in what seemed like big things, like getting the clean water, you know, kind of the atmosphere, being able to create machines so people can plant their fields again so that they can eat. Very, very important human kind of like elements to it. But now we have Nemesis, which seems so much bigger than that. It's like, what do we do? It's almost a slightly helpless feeling, because it's like we did so much here, I thought, you know what I mean? And we were trying to help people in the ways that we were, you know what I mean? But like how and we did, and we helped them, and we're kind of keeping them alive and good and healthy and fed and taken care of and secure and all these other elements that are necessary for human survival. It's sort of the most basic ways, you know what I mean? But now we have a much bigger issue coming straight towards us, you know what I mean? And what do we now do about it? Like, it's got me existentially thinking once again. And it's like, it's very interesting, because it's just like, of course we're saving the planet just because all these other stuff are happening to our planet, you know? So what's the so like, what do we sort of like, I lost my train of thought, I'll be honest. So it's like, we were trying to like save our planet just because of these sort of like much more Earth issues, you know what I mean? But now we have all these other issues, but now we have Gaia in her entirety, to where we can be cooking, we can be working, you know what I mean? But again, I said in the beginning, I don't think she should have done that to Hades, even though he might have been problematic. Maybe he just, well, okay, no, there was like, Silence did fuck him up. We will say that. Silence did do what he did to Hades, which was not cool. So it was, but so I don't even know if we could have restored it to its original code, you know what I mean? Like we did with the other functions, if that was a possibility. Aloy for sure, I don't think even knew that at that point. It was something to do. Just because we're going after Silence, but I do like that Silence is back with us. Sort of redeemed himself here. Still a sneaky bitch. Still a sneaky bitch. I trust him as far as I can throw him. Alright, and I believe Aloy does too as well. But like for sure he sees this bigger threat, and again, what I said, like when he saw Aloy there hugging and this community of people, that is something he does not have. And he was gonna go alone with Gaia to do what? And here's the other thing. You can take Gaia there, and if she's able to function on the ship in some way, that can work. None of the facilities were there. None of the cradle facilities existed that were so key into creating the Earth that we have now. Did all of them survive in the way they were intended to? No. But it brought life out of the cradle facilities. You know, I mean, that's where Aloy came from. That's where all the humans came from. That's where the animals came from. That's where the plants came from once again, because it was completely decimated. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know how Gaia would have worked if she was not able to have those. And then would she have been able to, like, if they don't have, like, a printer, how are they going to be able to do that to even create those? And if you don't have the seedlings, how does that work on the planet that you're going to? And all this other sort of, that kind of, like, bigger picture of things. Because when she wanted to take her, I'm just like, you don't have the cradle facilities. How is this gonna work? Because that's how Gaia was supposed to work in the cradle facilities, you know, that house all the people, all the resources, all the everything in order to build humanity back up. And even though it didn't in the way it was intended to, look at what we have now, you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know how, if Gaia was taken with all the current functions, like, does the ship have enough, like, kind of on it to be able to sustain said things? You know what I mean? It started over on a different planet, but then it's like, you didn't create the facilities for Gaia to be able to function, to be able to kind of do these things. And I think, like, sure, the way that they would create new machines could be enough to sort of just, like, function and build, like, kind of like build maybe the infrastructure for it. Possibly, if you got that far. But it's almost like the questions were so much bigger than I feel like even that thinking, that it was just like not even a thought. You know what I mean? Not like script wise, but character wise. You know what I mean? Because like how much did they really kind of know? You know what I mean? But the Zeniths are dunzos. I can't believe I was like Gia Lee, right? Gia Lee. I was like, that's my girl. She dope. And then her at the end of the game. Really? All right, but I think it was a beautiful game. It was fun to play. The gameplay was dope. I was sort of like, oh, we will always say Hideo Kojima. Are you kidding me? What are we supposed to get Metal Gear Solid 5 remake? Or no, Snake Eater, I believe. We're supposed to get Snake Eater, aren't we? Or is it 5? No, because 5 is the latest one. So I think we're supposed to get a Snake Eater remake. That is right. I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game, so I'll start with a banger, okay? But look at the little babies. That's sweet babies. But for sure, like, those are sort of the sort of things that I have in the air when it comes to the plot. I think overall, looking at it of the end of the game, it's for sure, like, I'm walking away a lot better here than I am. Thank you for creating such a great and wonderful world and environment and gameplay and story that got me crying in the existential crisis types of ways, because how do you not? I don't know how people do it. But yeah, that's sort of what I have on the top of the dome. Because it was kind of like frustrating. Oh, now here we go. Credits roll. We love Ashley Birch. How are they gonna do Lance Riddick? For real though, like who's Silence? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I kind of thought like, oh, if he goes away, it's fine. It's fine if he goes away from the ship. Oh, because then what are we gonna do for the next game? It's fine. SAG contracts aren't even. I don't think I reached an agreement. But for sure, everyone did a great job. All the acting was good too, as well. But like, I lost my train of thought. So game wise. So it like kind of introduced us into like a whole other different world, and then you're kind of coming across the metal flowers. You're coming across like the Blythe in the water. You're coming across what was also something we couldn't do. It was the metal flowers of flying, getting into certain locations like that. That were like, if you're running around in the game, like very free roam like I do, that wants to do everything before they move on, it's like you can't. You kind of get in like this very much stuck position. And you're like, I can't do this yet. What the heck? And then you have to go through probably 75% of the story to be able to access all of those. Actually, 90% of the story, because it's the last mission that you get the ability to fly. You know what I mean? And I think it'd be it's probably a New Game Plus version where if you do have all those abilities already to do like the metal flowers and then all that stuff, it must be like kind of go through it. Because I think in the last game, there was metal flowers too as well, and it was like the poetry stuff. But it was just like you were always able to access them. So that is something I would have liked a little bit more, is to kind of like have those missions be earlier, but then again, those are like main story, very important missions, and I like the pace of it all. I kind of like how they were going. So Walla voices, LMAO, like Walla Walla. But yeah, so it's like I don't know, like when you like I just would have liked to have access to that a lot easier or a lot earlier without like having to go through so much of the story and so much of the world, and then I have to go and I have to backtrack through everything. Even though it's kind of like a way the game is built, like you are backtracking through a lot of it and stuff, and you're kind of going back and forth, but only like certain areas too as well. But yeah, so that would kind of be like my only thing, honestly, would be kind of like having a little bit more access to that. Other than that, I think the conclusion was really, really great. I feel like it leaves me in a good space kind of walking away from the entire game, you know what I mean? Like, and it has me, like, again, like, kind of just like the first one had the balance between the old world stuff and then kind of the world we are living in like beautifully, kind of like a good balance of it all. Except I was invested in one more than the other. But oh look, art creds. We love it. But you know what I mean? So like, it kind of in this one is kind of much more exploring the world. So I wonder if like the next one's kind of a little bit more future technology kind of driven. You know what I mean? Just because like it did it so well. That's the other thing about the movie is how do you balance so much of that in, unless you make like a hell of a long movie. That's why it should have been a series. But again, a series seems so expensive because you're playing for, it's so much VFX work. It's so much VFX work. And even if you get the cutscene animation, like they do for like Love, Death, Robots, or for what I never finished, Secret Level, even if you do have those, I mean, they're only able to produce like short kind of snippets of that in terms of just like animation for not in a video game, you know what I mean? But it would be cool. It would be cool, that like kind of hyper realistic type of thing. I mean, a live action would be freaking dope, but then it seems insane because I'm like Fallout, like the locations for Fallout are pretty much, you can kind of find just like a desert and sand and just kind of build these sets in these very deserty areas, or you know what I mean? Or when they were like the more foresty areas, you know? They all kind of like worked when they were on location, but kind of like for Horizon Zero Dawn, like we're talking about destroyed cities, you know what I mean? And you can look at The Last of Us, like they kind of did that pretty decently. A lot of it was CGI, but the more kind of sets were really dope. Like when they walked into the hotel and it's like straight from the game, it's crazy. So I don't know, again, I don't know how you would balance covering so much of a game that's 40 hours into one movie, unless you break that up into parts, and then you do even like, I don't even know like how much of it, like a 3-hour movie, like something to do with 3-hour the Horizon Zero Dawn movie, that runtime's crazy. I'll let you know when I watch The Brutalist how I feel about a 3.5-hour runtime with an intermission in it, you know what I mean? But I honestly think, I don't think I'm, like, for me, I don't like that it's a movie. It should definitely be a series, you know what I mean? I miss 10-episode series, you know what I mean? I worked on 10-episode series, and it is a lot of work, you know what I mean? But it is hopefully so worth it in the end. We will see my fruits of the labor come April. But like, you know what I mean? Like it has to, but then I feel like the concept is so, like, unless you play these games, unless you're type of like a story driven gamer, you know, then you very much can miss this one. Like whenever I go to work and I talk about like, oh, I'm gonna go play video games, everyone's like, oh, what are you playing? I'm like, oh, Horizon Forbidden West. They're like, oh, I've never played it. I've never heard of it. You know what I mean? Because they're more like, you know, the multiplayer MMO type stuff. You know what I mean? Which is cool, which is dope. You know what I mean? And these are so long form, big open world games. And this one is huge. You know what I mean? This one is huge. There was so much to explore. It was fun though. I'm walking away with like a really, really good feeling from this one. I think it's so interesting because like it kind of all hit me here at the end, you know what I mean? Versus like in the last game is much more the process of everything, you know what I mean? And it even let me, like, it was a nightmare, those last few parts, let me tell you, in terms of my emotional state. But like, yeah, like I don't, like, how do you, like, what am I, like, I don't even know if it's necessarily one's better than the other. They're, like, two completely different games. It's very much, it feels like a true continuation of a narrative, you know what I mean? Versus, like, I don't know, I feel like I can compare them, really. I'm like, they're kind of, like, very, very different from each other. You know what I mean? And I like that about it. It's like the next evolution of it, you know what I mean? And even the next evolution of games, because I also look at like Spider-Man and then Spider-Man 2 on how much those games were kind of like drastically different and how much those games are like kind of just like the evolution of that, I'm like, okay, I think that's just where it is when it's coming to the gaming, because I've been playing a lot of like PS4 games and then I'm playing the sequels to them, and it's like, oh, this is like insane. You even go from like Red Dead Redemption 1 to Red Dead 2, that, like, I mean, you're talking a decade later or so. Was it even a decade? I don't even think it was a decade. It was not a decade. No, it wasn't. But that like jump from what that was and how big that map felt in the first game, and then you go to the second one and it is unimaginable sort of things. And then I will even look at everything GTA 5 had and does have, and then we're gonna go into GTA 6. Like, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be crazy, because like I think also Spider-Man is a good one. Also, the GTA games are good for this too, like the scale of games, because in Spider-Man it was just like Manhattan, and then in Spider-Man 2 we kind of did a little, were we in Queens a little bit, and then also like Brooklyn, that whole sort of thing, you know what I mean? So like the way it expands just all the cities, so there's just a lot more to do in that aspect of just like exploration and city and everything, you know what I mean? So like, and that kind of like thing, and introducing like new elements, but also still like old elements to it as well, you know what I mean? In this one, new machines and new enemies, and then also old machines, because for some reason there's corruptors still. But like, and thank God I don't have to fight one of those big kind of machines or whatever. And the new ones that were challenging were either the specters, which you kind of learn eventually, you know, if you do just hit them elemental, and then you hit them with just like a blast weapon. It takes it down pretty easy, and then you can maybe throw in a couple traps in there that work really well. I discovered way too late in the game the value of traps, as I always do. But when you're a style of gamer, I feel like, and you're used to kind of playing in one way, it's hard to break free from that. But I think it's a really great game. It's just such like concept, like, and like the thing is like also with the movie, I'm thinking about like the pacing of the discovery of everything, you know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna work in such a short amount of time, you know what I mean? Because you're being introduced to like so much, and then also like it's so much, you know? And it's like, I don't know, just like I feel like it can be very like overwhelming, kind of just being thrown so many things. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's sort of just like you're pacing throughout the game, kind of going between two different kind of missions in the first one until you eventually get like over here, you know what I mean? So it was, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Hopefully they get like a really good script for it, but then it's also like all the sci-fi aspects, all the old world, all the everything, because it's like so much information being presented about the world, and then it's like existential crisis, like, you know what I mean? Or at least with my experience, existential crisis. So there for sure is that to look forward to, but like I'm like, how do you introduce all this and then that, especially with Western filmmaking and stuff, you know what I mean? Like I think a lot of people look at especially like Korean media, because it's just popular, like Parasite and like Squid Games, and how like thematically they're so different, and like how story and pacing are so different, versus like America seems to have like this one sort of formula of things, because based off like studios and stuff that's needed to pull off something like this, it's gonna have to have a lot of money thrown at it from studios and others, and it's like it's not necessarily such an easy concept to grasp, or like it has to be fully explained thoroughly, you know, through these different things. And even at that, kind of the discovery of like the world is like it's one thing of just like discovering and learning about like the old world and like the people who live there, and then it's like discovery of the functions and Gaia, and that Gaia don't exist, and that Gaia, but like you can't bring her back, and then but you have Hades, and then but you have what we thought was like a couple hundred years in the past ends up being 1,000 years. Like that is such a sense of like dread, and it's just like I'm just trying to think how you balance that in such a short amount of time. I don't know how. I think just like a game where you have a lot more time to spend in that sort of area of discovery is kind of the best way to do it, honestly. If I'm being honest, yeah. Like I see, like I'm like, you know what? If you wanted to do a movie, do this game. It's a little bit kind of, easier to kind of go down throughout the world. But I mean, you even look at like, I don't know, what are other video game movie adaptations that are like really good? That's not like Sonic. That's not like, well, Sonic is like that's probably gotta be one of the best franchises in terms of video game live action adaptations, which like Sonic 3, so good. So good. I wasn't like a Sega kid, but my dentist office when I was a kid had a Sega machine and Sonic was on there, so that's how I play Sonic. Well, then that wasn't deep into Sonic. Or you do something crazy like what's the other PlayStation game? The racing one. Fuck, what is it called? That movie was really good. Crap, I need to look it up. I need to look it up so that way I know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Video game movies. And then you also kind of look at The Last of Us, and you kind of look at, I don't know, just like what they do. And sort of just like, it's only like 6 episodes, and I'm like, I kind of want more. Like, for like, they didn't even have zombies in it. Like, they didn't have runners or clickers or anything like that. And so it was just like infected. They were infected. Gran Turismo. That one is really good, but it very much is deviant of what the game was. Because it's just a simulator. Borderlands, didn't see it. I have a bunch of games here. Or like popular video game movies. Five Nights at Freddy's, really, really good. Because it's what the fans want. You know what I mean? Tron, I don't think I've ever seen Tron. My bad. Silent Hill, we have thoughts and opinions there. Didn't watch Tetris, but that's like a origin story of Tetris. Uncharted, didn't watch that. Can't comment. Any of the Resident Evil, no comment. No comment. Maybe the first one. Maybe the first one you get me a little bit. You know what I mean? I did not know Mila Djokovic starred in Monster Hunter. I had no idea about this. Not that I play Monster Hunter, but I had no idea. Mortal Kombat, you know what I mean? It's pretty decent, but you're kind of just, if you're not a fan of the games, then like, because I can give you a perspective on The Last of Us, having, not being someone who played the game, who doesn't understand all the lore, having watched season 1 and not understanding what season 2 has to offer. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, same thing with Mortal Kombat. Like, if it's your first introduction to the characters, you're gonna be just like, I fuck with Sub-Zero and Scorpion. You know what I mean? The last movie, because it did them so well. You know what I mean? But everybody else, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, it needs a much more expansion on the characters. And, like, the video games obviously do a really great job of, like, kind of explaining, like, Mortal Kombat, which is so weird to say that. You know what I mean? I feel like because it's a fighting game and, like, the story is very much, you know what I mean? It's very small. Dead or Alive, didn't watch that movie. It's putting like Street Fighter, and I didn't even know there was live action Street Fighter movies and live action Tekken. Oh my god, and Matrix. Oh my god. I didn't watch the Assassin's Creed movie. Can't comment on that. Doom. Did I watch that? Maybe I watched Dune at one point in my life. Super Mario Brothers, really cool. But again, it's like, there's such like a deviation from like, I guess with the games that are like racing games or like Mario or like Sonic. Like, well, Sonic has some plot there, you know what I mean? But like, was there a Far Cry movie? What in the hell? I didn't watch a Tomb Raider movie. Well, I watched the Angelina Jolie ones, not the most recent one. Well, okay, animated Resident Evil ones, totally different. Totally different. Those are pretty rockin'. But like, yeah, when it's coming to that type of stuff, it's like, I don't know, because you have to do fan service, you know, but then also at the same time, like, if you're not, like, you also have to thoroughly explain for like a lay person to find it very entertaining. You know who did that very well? The Penguin. You don't know how much my mom got invested into that. And she doesn't really like video game stuff like that, like, or not video game, comic book stuff like that. Like, she'll watch it, you know what I mean, but she's not like super invested, but like the Penguin, she got hooked in there because it's like introducing you to Oz, to the mob families, to like Gotham, to this underworld, to this, you know what I mean? So in a very, like, it just really, like, kind of, not only was it just like very grounded in that way, but it was very good at sort of setting up the world and the characters and kind of like who they are. Because I mean, we saw who Oz was before in the Batman movie, but sort of much more of what we saw of him in the TV show was much more expansion on his character, you know what I mean? So it's like, how do you do that? And I feel like the Batman does a great job of sort of like being like a lot of characters that are very significant in the comic books, and a lot of them, versus just Batman and one villain and then Commissioner Gordon, but you need Alfred, but you need like 20 people you got to keep track of, you know what I mean? And I feel like the Batman did pretty decent at that. Hang on, after starting recording, 1 second, I'm gonna try and keep the credits going though. Okay, hopefully we're in a good space. I'm gonna have to sync it after the credits finish. I knew this was gonna be a long part. You know what else was long? My GTA 5 one. Because when I played GTA 5 for my channel, it was everything up to that point. So there was like 2 hours worth of like song credits there. But so that is pretty much my concern, is how you introduce everything of the game into one movie thoroughly with the first game, you know what I mean? And again, it's crazy. Like, the ones that are being the most successful video game adaptations are kind of the ones that are like Fallout. Like, Fallout got plot, barely. You know what I mean? Like, you could beat that main story in like 4 hours. You know what I mean? But play the rest of the game in like such longer time, you know? So like, that's like for sure like one thing. I think The Last of Us is pretty much high praise. I kind of did want to rewatch it. Also want to rewatch True Detective, because you don't got to tell me twice to rewatch True Detective. But like, yeah, it is. But, and then there's like, it's not like a perfect sort of thing of it, but I feel like a lot of us look towards it as being like very much high praise for being like a video game adaptation, especially one that's much more narrative driven and kind of staying very like true to the script. But maybe Joel and Ellie weren't as fleshed out as characters, and that dynamic wasn't as fleshed out as we wanted it to be. Like, sure, every iconic scene that we kind of needed was in there, but kind of more like building, I don't know, up that relationship, because you're with them in the video game. The video game's not long. The part 1 is not long at all. You know what I mean? So it could have been like 10 episodes, and you sort of expand a little bit more on Joel and Ellie, and kind of like a little bit more of their dynamic, and you kind of just like a little bit more fleshed out would have been nice. You know, is all I'm saying, because I don't know how somebody who's not a fan of the video game like super duper feels about it. Like, whenever I watch podcasts and stuff that aren't with like the gamers that I normally, well, I don't watch any gaming podcasts, but like they're not gamers like this, you know what I mean? So like everything kind of like worked for them, but then I'm like, but do you know how good this can be? You know what I mean? Type of thing. So we'll see how, if okay, they announced the movie, I'll believe it when I see a damn trailer for it, okay? Because I've been like, there's so many stuff that's like been announced as movies, as television, as going into production, that has never came to fruition. Even articles about people who are supposed to be playing these characters just like doesn't happen for like the longest time, you know? Because it'd be like that in the industry, you know what I mean? So, because it was allegedly, there was rumors about it being a TV show, and now we're at a movie. Development is not going very well, is what I can say. Probably. So, and then, because it'll be like, there could be so much rumors about something coming, and then it never goes into production or even pre-production, because you're still in the pre phase, you know what I mean? So I'll believe it when people are on set filming that thing, when there's editing happening, and when there's a trailer and a release date. That's when I'll believe it. All right, we're done here? Question mark? Epilogue?
Maybe
Question
one
mark?
day I'll head back to the Sacred Lands and see Sona again. Tell her what her son accomplished.
Oh.
And how brave he was.
He was so brave. Oh, I was waiting for her to say that because I remember she has to tell his mama. Congratulations on defeating the Far Zenith threat. You are now free to continue exploring it and complete any unfinished quests and activities. You can also start New Game Plus and New Game Plus start point in the base. Thank you for playing. Yay. Play it on. Why is it running through all the locations?
Elizabeth had a dream for this world. I guess a lot didn't go as planned.
Like I mentioned.
And there are still dangers ahead. Maybe the biggest yet. But after what Beta and I accomplished, I have hope.
I have hope too.
We'll fight for Elizabeth's dream. Together.
All right. We don't necessarily want to start. Oh, look, everyone's here.
A certain complication has come to my attention that we must discuss. I'll be waiting at Tilda's. It's proven to be a useful headquarters for my inquiries into the Zenith base. And don't worry, I haven't disturbed her precious art.
Fine. I'll be there when I can.
Aha! Right into it. All right, that is for sure what we're going to be doing next. Because it is the mission. Where are we at? 96.53. No! And we probably know what it is. And it is probably collectibles. I mean, there's an unknown there. Can I not do this until I do the rest of it? Where's, I don't know where the last damn ornament is. Explore the world to discover. How am I supposed to do that? Look at all these unknowns that I don't know about. That I don't even know. Well, because there's Burning Shores progression. But are all the collectibles just collectibles? 90 hours. We're going to clock it at 90. That it took me to beat this game. And 60 parts. That were not equal hours. Like they normally are. Anyways, we got skills to upgrade. Okay, so let us do... what doesn't have one yet? Probably Trapper. I probably need to do Trapper because... pretty essential to what we do here. Unless the collectibles are also with like New Game Plus stuff, then that sucks. Why does it only show those ones? Then that sucks for us because then I'm gonna have to do that. No, we're not New Game Plusing. We are. Can I talk to Gaia? We gotta. Oh, this is this not Gaia? Yes, it is. Can I talk to Gaia? Does she got anything to say?
Everything okay, Gaia?
Yes, it is good to be home. Although my heuristic matrix will take some time to reinitialize. I must ensure that all Zenith code has been purged from my systems.
Good idea. Take as long as you need. Are we gonna be able to fix the biosphere? With Hephaestus back out in the wild?
See?
With its escape to the global Cauldron network, Hephaestus has resumed its operations and increased its security protocol.
Great.
I am already formulating options to recontain it. Additionally, I will utilize the capabilities of my remaining subordinate functions and make every effort to stave off collapse of the biosphere. I am certain it will gain us some time.
Sounds good.
Alright, actually, let me check the map in case there's anything, like, new or something. See, it didn't even clear out the whole map. Urgh! It's fine, we can fly over. So he's hanging out at Tilda's. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess, like, for me, I feel like I've done everything I could in the game. Honestly, I feel like I have. So for me, getting that 100%, it would be pretty... It'd be nice. I don't think it's as essential as I wanted it to be. You know what I mean? Because is it the collectibles? Because, again, it says ornaments, there's one unknown, and then the ornaments. And I don't know where the hell those come into play. I mean, did we not find them all? I mean, survey drones, Vista points, black boxes rallied from ruins. It says it's done. Like, I don't, like, it has to be DLC stuff, which is crazy, or it's New Game Plus stuff. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the main playthrough of Horizon Forbidden West. Up next, I only missed one audio data point, proud of myself. Got all the holograms, that's your girl. Missed 2 texts, missed 2 side quests. Yeah, this was never gonna happen. Scanned glyphs, da-da-da-da-da. Look at all this unknown. What the frick does this have to do with anything? We will find out, though, in the future. So yeah, all we got next really is to do is the Burning Shores. I don't know if it's gonna fully clear out like everything for us, or like what? Sarah. Oh yeah. Cause look at, there's like 5 people missing from that. Got the Apex Clamorjaw. Got Spectre Prime looking like a Gundam character or something. But yeah, that's sort of like what we have on the plate. This is our inventory, as we know. Ooh, we could definitely attach another fire to the fire. Cause I mean, I don't know. But yeah, up next, we got Burning Shores. We are not done. We are just done with this part of the game. 100% would have been nice, but I feel like I've done everything I can. And I'm sure there's like guides to finding every little detail and every little thing. But for sure, I think I've done all I can do in terms of this stuff. So in the next part, diving into Burning Shores with Silence, and that'll be fun. That'll be great. So if you want to see the continuation of this game into the Burning Shores DLC, stay tuned. And right after this, after I beat Burning Shores, we're going to dive... Okay, so Frozen Wilds was only 10 hours. So I don't know how long, if it's another 10-hour one, or we're talking 15, 20. But after that, we will be playing The Last of Us Part 1. After that, I'm hoping it times out to where... Last of Us Part 1, PS5 version of the game. Then it times out for us to where we get Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's what I'm hoping for. Fingers crossed, that's what we're doing. Knocking on wood. That is the plan. Because again, I wanted to play Ghost of Tsushima after this. But here we are. But we can play Ghost of Tsushima whenever we can. Before we get Ghost of Yotei. And hopefully Ghost of Yotei and Ghost of Tsushima. Hopefully Ghost of Yotei. And... Assassin's Creed Shadows are now back to back with each other. So I'm gonna go find a save point, because for sure that's what we need and that's what we're gonna do. Next is Burning Shores, but for now we're gonna go explore a little bit, you know, we're gonna go do the things. So if you did enjoy this, don't forget to do the YouTube things, like, share, and subscribe. It really does help out a small channel like mine tremendously when you do decide to show any ounce of support. And I genuinely appreciate any ounce of support you do decide to share with my channel. So I hope you really enjoyed my playthrough. I hope you stay tuned for more games and the DLC for this one. So thank you so much for checking out this series. Love you so much. I genuinely appreciate all the love for this series. Again, my views aren't big numbers, but I feel like it's a very, like, there's constant, like, interaction. Like, there's comments, there's likes, there's everything that's sort of telling me, kind of like in that way, that, like, that there's people that like this series. So, I genuinely do appreciate it. It's been a journey almost over 2 months, and we aren't quite done yet. So, again, thank you so much. Love you, and I hope to see you in Burning Shores or Last of Us Part 1 or the third game. Bye.